Hold it is apparently a soundbite that person decided. Hi, HS, thank you for the host. That person decided to put a hold it soundbite into the playlist of Phoenix Wright music, so there was that. How are you guys doing today? I got off early today because I'm working a half day tomorrow, so things got a little shifted around, but that's okay. I'm gonna try to solve the moida, but I don't know how long it's gonna take. Thank you for shouting out all of our friends. Let me know if the audio is not any good. I'm gonna try to remember all the things. I always forget a lot of things in regards to what's happening in these games, but I'm going to try not to do that. Okay. December 27th, 2:11 p.m. at Wright & Co. Law Offices. Hey, Hammer. Thank you for the host. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Can you guys hear it okay? Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. I'm doing pretty good, Hammer. I hope you are too. But he'd never take someone's life. Never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What'd you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles. Huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh, yes, I do remember feeling faint. Right on. Tell me the truth. Was it like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. It's the butts. Sure enough.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Spartan. Thank you for 4 months of subbing. I really appreciate that. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. The butt's coming in hot. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy's pretty suspicious, but Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. I put on a shirt today and I was wondering where I'd seen it before because it looked familiar, and I was beating myself up all day, and then you did a stream and I was like, oh my god, I've seen V wear this. Really? We have the same shirt? That's funny. Which shirt is it? Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. I don't know what that was about. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true, but when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me. Miles and Larry, they saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Oh, hey, Summer, thank you for the host. How are you feeling today? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. Spartan, thank you for the host. I appreciate that. It was the beginning of spring, 4th grade. I was on trial. A class trial. A class trial? You remember Larry? Spring, 4th grade? A kid in my class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared. 4th grade class trial for murder, I hope. A kid got murdered on the playground. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh, yeah, now that you mention that, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. Aw, look at little Phoenix! I didn't do it! Guilty! He did it! Guilty! It was you! Thief! Give me my money back! You're such a meanie! Don't play with him! Just admit you did it! You can't hide the truth! Tell us the truth! We're not gonna play with you anymore! Yeah, don't borrow my wrist! Should be loud! Relay risk! Library can make it 50 cents! Did you ride that bag the other day? Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Apologize to the class, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad, I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went over to where the boy was sitting. That's when it happened. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Just getting up. Still feeling good. Still can't smell or taste, and I generally feel exhausted, but otherwise I'm chillin'. Well, I hope that you get to keep chillin'. If he robbed the bank the other day, Little Phoenix was really bad with money considering he had to steal $38 too. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed, amateurs. Miles? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No? Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That's why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial's over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were always friends. Wow, I had no idea. You have kids in tank tops and kids in suit jackets. This is why we stand Miles. Okay. I mean, I don't hate Miles like I used to hate Miles, but I'm still not like a Miles stan, I don't think. Yeah, but I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I had been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my dad. A famous defense attorney. Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends? I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he had become. Me having no idea what's happening because this is the very first time I'm here. We are trying to defend our friend, our childhood friend who has sort of become a rival to us, who has been framed for murder. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney, to meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Aw, Nick. Nick, we have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. It may very well be. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. So what evidence do we have now? What are... like the faraway lake photo? Okay. The quick summary. Yeah, I am Phoenix Wright, a rookie defense attorney trying to prove that an old childhood friend turned rival, prosecuting attorney who was accused of murder. He's a robot! Oh wait, no, I didn't mean to do that. Ah, no! I didn't mean to go through this again. Oh, gosh. Okay, there we go. 1 second, I just gotta... my schedule for next week. Okay. Alright, where should we go? Let's see if we can go talk to Miles. December 27th, Detention Center Visitors Room. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 4th grade? Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Why are his eyebrows doing that? Where are you looking? Why prosecute? Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. Because it's cute? It is? It's suspicious. It's not cute. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? He looks like a puppy? HS, are you okay? I'm joking, I'm picking. I don't think he looks like a puppy, but it's fine. Looking worried is sus now. I don't know, I guess they don't translate to me like worried eyebrows. The man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter any way you look at it. Yet he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. That's what I look like when I worry. Oh, like your little Loki emote? Like this? When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. Oh no, the eyebrows. Oh, okay. He claimed Yanni Yogi had not been of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence, is innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he's taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it's impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right! Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth! It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. I don't know if any of this is going to be important to him, but I'm going to do it anyway. What are you showing me this picture for? No reason. You know, I was impressed by your deduction in the trial today. Granted, you were at the end of your rope, but still. Nick, he noticed. Haha. I'm gonna show the badge because I learned last time. Gotta show the badge even when you don't think it's important. Oh, did you hear Montana clippy cloppies? Made her sound like a horse. Miles, IR attorney. You rocked that worry helmet like the cool eyebrow worried puppy that you are. It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow, on December 28th, its statute of limitations runs out. Tomorrow. Could that be a coincidence? But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. He's sad. Nick, no! That's a photo of his father. Don't show him that. You're right. Now probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories. What is it? Nothing. Huh? Okay, bye! Let's go see if we can talk to, the good old Detective Gumshoe. Montana, what you doing? Why are you licking your toes? Gross. Okay. What are you, Nancy Drew? Remember your dead parent that is dead? Your parent is dead. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe, he won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Gumshoe Mint Julep Edition. TM. I do like a mint julep. They tasty. Hey, pal. Long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? I bet Southern Gumshoe does too. I don't know why. Doesn't he look like he'd have a Southern accent? I mean, that's my interpretation of him, obviously. Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. No one could go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotta was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one could go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. I apparently thought he looked like Kronk because I gave him Patrick Warburton's pose. That's funny. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand's closed too. I guess Larry's been too busy with the trial to show up for work. December 27th, boat rental shop. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem! I'd know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Ah, hello! What might you be doing here? Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see? Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. Oh, that is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Hey, Galen. Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. I found out Grossberg was based on a real lawyer. Oh, that's interesting. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Nobody's home. Hello, hello, Square? Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, hello, Square? I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello, hello, Square? reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228, right? Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Ah. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Ah, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick? Why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is your time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. Yeah, I called it. This guy is the yogi guy. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. I don't know what the numbers mean that you guys are talking about. My brain is trying to figure it out and I have no idea. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Oh, Danganronpa. It finally solved the murder. I'm trying. Okay. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick? You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's gonna hate me. Sorry, Polly. Thank you. I should have gotten something to drink before I started because my voice gets very dry doing all this reading. So I'm going to take like a 2-minute break and just go grab something to drink real quick. Okay. Burb's so cute. Must take Burb. If birds weren't so noisy and messy, I would have one as a pet because I love birds. But I also like sleeping. Yeah, reading. I like reading out loud, you know, so like games like this and Cat President and even book streams and stuff. I really enjoy doing that. But it does get the throat to work out. Montana did come with me. Okay. And thank you for the welcome backs. Should I go take this to Detective Gumshoe? Or should I go take this to Grossberg? I think I should take it to Gumshoe first. Nope, that's not where I meant to go. Hello. Should I give this letter to him? Hey, look what I found. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant that you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So he was following this letter then? Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is your time to get revenge on the 2 men who ruined your life. 2 men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says this is your last chance. Last chance. Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident, the one who was found innocent. That was what I called. I feel like I called that. I called that with my brains. My brains called that. And I feel like I was right. He's not here. Okay. Is he smarter than the average man? I gotta go to the here first before I can go. Oh. 1 day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. Well, I was trying to go to Grossberg. You did call that. With your brains? Did you call that? I did. I called it with my brains. Okay. Why not get another piece of art, Mr. Grossberg? Now that you gave it to Red White or whatever his name was. He's out again. I wish my brains brained that brain. Oh, your brains brain even better brains than mine. Hello, Mr. Yogi. This is V's brains calling you. I did. When does he work anyway? Now, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later. Well, like, what even the heck? Where is there to go? What do we do? What do you think we should do now, Maya? You would know best, Nick. Just do what you do. That should work. What? Well, had any good ideas? This is all tied to the DL6 incident. We better find out as much as we can about that murder before tomorrow. Something that happened back then. He has a hold on Edgeworth and won't let go. Grossberg, do you even have a job anymore? I think it's pretty obvious that I don't. Well, everybody I need to talk to is missing. No, I didn't mean to examine. Oh, okay, here we go. I should have done this. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. Examine his eyebrows. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Too bad there isn't a library to learn about DL6. Yes, there was. There was a room off of the police station that we went into earlier, and we grabbed the file for it and we were reading about it. I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help. Get us out. Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. Want to become famous. Oh, heck, MH Gallardo 0074. I do want to be famous at Twitch. Thank you, HS. And that's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh. But isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right? Yeah. There's something that's been troubling me these last few days.
I didn't know whether or not I should tell you.
You mean the nightmare?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed.
A crime you committed?
A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time.
What kind of dream?
It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark.
Help, I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help. Get us out.
Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen.
I can't breathe. You're using up my air.
What?
Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you.
What? What are you...
Stop breathing my air.
No, Father.
He's attacking Father. I can't breath. Oh, is that what it said? And I missed it.
Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol.
Get away! Get away from my father!
And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years.
But that's just a dream, right? Right?
That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father.
What?
If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me.
Wait, Edgeworth, you mean...
It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father.
This is bad. What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do?
I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not.
If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. There is, Nick! There is someone else who knows about DL6.
Grossberg, let's go! Let me talk to him. Please be here.
Mr. Grossberg!
Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
No kidding! I can't believe you're not!
My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened, hmm?
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He...
I see. So, Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father.
It's only a dream. Only a dream.
I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, hmm?
Well...
Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real, as you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done.
That sucks. No, I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked.
That's a hard thing to say. Irrevocably wrecked.
Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close.
What do you know about Edgeworth's father?
He was a defense attorney without peer.
10 months. Where does time go? Objection.
Objection! Thank you for 10 months of subbing. Puffy, I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well.
He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques.
That's no surprise.
Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. I'm doing pretty good.
And?
He lost. And died in despair, as it were.
I see.
When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey.
I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi.
Yet Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him.
I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son?
It's only a possibility, mind you, but a possibility nonetheless.
Let's show him all of our things. Do you want to see my badge again? You want to see this autopsy? You want to see this picture?
In any case, it's good that the one shooting isn't Miles.
You bet it's good. I can't believe the fiendish planning that went into this murder, and we almost fell right into his trap. What a creep. You want to look at this picture of Misty Fey?
Ah, she was a beautiful woman. I'm truly sorry about what I did.
Huh? Sorry about what? I think I'll stay out of this one.
This incident took place 15 years ago tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll see the completion of not one, but 2 trials. All thanks to the statute of limitations. However, I'm afraid the damage the DL6 incident has done will never be eased. Gregory Edgeworth? He was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. I wonder what had become of Von Karma were he alive. Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own.
Huh? His own sake?
He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined.
Huh?
You'll understand soon enough. Wait,
what is it?
This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this?
Karma. Could it be Manfred von Karma?
Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure.
Von Karma. Wait! You're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports.
What? But that means... The one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was... Correct. Manfred von Karma himself, the booty hole! What does this mean then? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Because he's a booty hole? Can we go talk to, Where the heck? Yo, what's up? So we just found out a bunch of terrible things. Do you want to hear about them? Oh, we can't do anything. Did I open a new conversation? I did. If it truly was von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. But how could von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past? How could von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yet I do know that von Karma is both persistent and perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial, but Gregory Edgeworth accused von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusations stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty von Karma's ever received in his career as a prosecutor. I can say words. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma's gonna bring up DL6, you can bet on it. Happy Friday, Coley, I hope you're doing well. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials, Not super great. Actually left work to get some rest. But now I get to watch you. How's the mystery going? Mystery's going okay. I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Okay. So we talked to him. Can we talk to... I really want to talk to... Gumshoe. Ah! There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Oh, it's you! I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in there, but I guess Mr. Von Karma's in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry. let's go, so we can punch him in the face, in the wrecker's room, we're gonna punch a man in the face. Okay. Dusty as always. We were only in here just yesterday. I'm sure they haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Thank you. Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. Interesting. Where is he? This is open. Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says unsolved cases. Evidence. Unsolved cases. Nick? The file for DL6, it's completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? Von Karma! You? How do you know my name? Huh? Have we met? What are you saying? Oh, hi, booty hole. Exactly. We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Hey, so you want to talk about some things? Mr. Edgeworth was your student, right? Why are you acting like a freak, Maya? A romanticist who could never shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did, but what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. It's your dad's birthday today. You're having a little family party. Okay, have a wonderful day. Thank you for being here. I hope that your little family celebration goes great, and happy birthday to your dad. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. Same, HS. Like, I really, really do not like Von Karma. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. I'm gonna show you all of my things now. Do you want to see my badge now? Creep? His face is also scary. I don't like him. Let's all punch Von Karma in the face. We'll just, like, create a line. And we'll just, like, tape him to a wall or something and just each go by and give him a good slug. Do you care about any of the things that I have in my inventory, please? Because I don't want to be wasting all my time. Spondum probably would be great pals with Von Karma. Hi, how am I enjoying this game so far? I am loving this game so far. To the point where I would like to collect the entire series and play it all on stream. So I have those plans. But hello, it's great to meet you. I hope you're having a good day. Let me know what I should call you. Is it Cochin or Cochen? Just let me know what I should refer to you as. But this is totally blind, so my only rule is no spoilers, please. And if I get stuck, I'll ask the chat for help, but... doesn't matter. Whatever you like. I may call you Chen, just because that's easier for me to remember, but I'll say that now, and then 15 minutes from now I won't remember that I said that, so... Okay, cool. Thank you. I need my puppy eyebrows, vodka, and Loki. That is all. He looks like Uncle Iroh's evil brother. I guess so. Do you not care about any of this? Am I doing all of this? Oh, here we go. Finally. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yoga to commit murder. Yanni Yogi? Did I just say yoga? Uncle Iroh's evil brother, oh no? No. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. Yanni Yoga. Exactly, Tara, exactly. Oh no. Accuse the murderer to his face seems safe in the records room. Hey, there's a bunch of police officers right outside the door. It's fine. So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter? Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? A stun gun? For self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000? Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now give me the letter. No. No! Whoa, what are you... Nick, run! Ah! Maya! Out of my way. Ah! So, hold up a second. So Maya throws herself in the path of the stun gun to give Phoenix an ample opportunity to get the heckle out of there. And he doesn't take it. And now they both electrified, and I bet you that letter gone. Good job, Phoenix. Good job.
You had one job. Just the one.
Oh, gosh. That just made me a little warm. Phoenix. Eustace Wright. I don't know what your middle name is. Why in the heck did you let that just happen? I mean, I'm sure he was shocked, but he should have run when she said run. I love Phoenix, but sometimes he dumb. Yeah, terror. Okay. Whew. He got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya! Where is she? Maya, open your eyes. Maya. The letter. Did he take it? Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. You think he learned from his previous case where the Yakuza showed up? Thankfully, Gumshoe showed up then, so maybe he thought that would happen again. True. Not even now when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Yikes. Maya. Ugh. There has to be some way I can help her. I'd better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya. She's holding something. What is that? A bullet? DL6 incident, evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. To be continued. Yes. Nah, we ain't gonna save. Okay. December 28th. Excuse me. 9:51 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Most vaulted person. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. Guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge? Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, pal! Oh, that was Gumshoe. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Okay, here we go. December 28th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready.
Right, very well. We've reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence.
Understood.
Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement?
Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Very well.
Hey, yo, I'm back, but still kind of lurking. Parkour. That's cool. Okay, so I see that Von Karma must be a little nervous because he shocked us. And now he's trying to be all nice to the judge in the court now. And, like, follow all the rules. Kafleeble flobble, Von Karma. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity.
Witness, why did you run away yesterday?
The witness was not running away, as he will now testify.
I see.
Karma's missing the bullet, too. Probably nervous about that, too. True. I'm trying to remember the voice I gave this guy. Okay. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is.
Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi? You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. Then why did you leave? He's just about to say why? Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. Food? Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see? She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? She was staring specifically at me again, yeah. Oh, well, I kinda got lost, you see? The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that. I see.
So he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. I figure I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. Ugh. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies.
Order! Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name.
His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident?
Thought the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see, that makes sense.
Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. I gotta imagine this judge just showed up the day the courthouse was built and claimed to be a judge, and they just hired him then and there and took him for his word. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints?
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with this stuff. Yep.
What?
Yogi, you snake. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past.
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
No. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? Punch you right in the face in the courthouse in front of everybody? Because I don't care, because... It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. No, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. Okay, sounds good, Tara. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are you gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine the parrot for a little comic relief, hmm? Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine the parrot. What is it, Nick? No, you're not gonna... Your Honor. That was said to me as if I just excused myself to leave. What? What was said to you? As if you just excused yourself to leave? Oh boy, I know. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Take Mr. Von Karma up?
On his proposal. Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot.
Order! Oh, well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please, be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Is it Lulu? I would cross-examine Lulu. I encourage you to punch somebody as if you just wanted to and you say, alright, sounds good. Oh, in a comment change code. Because it did. It sounded good. Yeah, I'll do it. Get him, Nick. Hey, Timo, how's it going? Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yes, I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand. I'll cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so.
Bailiff, bring in the parrot.
Is he pretty?
That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me.
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us.
Hello, Grant.
That was a good one.
Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right.
What are you gonna do, Nick?
Find the contradictions. Ah! I don't know. What do we do, Maya? This is so dumb. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her.
Right, what do I say?
Maybe I should get her to say her name.
Polly, what's your name? Polly, right?
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity?
Of course. Games like this are when the game really shows it was made in Japan. This is not the weirdest witness in this series. Yes, it does. Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far?
Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... This is it. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins commits suicide.
The GL6 case file?
That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on then? Show us or stop wasting our time.
Very well, Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name?
It's on the suspect data page. The page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
Indeed, it does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins.
Polly? Exactly, Your Honor. He remembered the name of his fiancée who committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible.
I can only think of one weirder one. There are two I'm thinking of. A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old.
Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I gonna find that?
Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence.
Right, but what?
Very well, witness, you may continue.
Okay, what should I say? Have we forgotten something? Remember, 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something?
Greg? Don't forget DL6, Greg?
If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, hello, Grr. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something we forgot. Hello, hello, Grr. Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Frankly, I can't believe you're speaking to the parrot. Well, I guess we should try to... Okay, alright. We're gonna try the other question. Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number of the safe in the shack? 1228. 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha, ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? I don't know. I don't know! Maybe this, because the date was 12/28. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it! The DL6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where is this file in something relating to the safe's number? The case summary? It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah! He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see, it certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM's card number to 0001 because I'm number one. Okay, cool. Somebody steal Karma's debit card and let's go on a shopping spree. This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? What's one of your favorite lines? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. The ATM card thing? Immediately. Spend everything he has. Witness, tell us your name. Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real this is the real Yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order, order! Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
Von Karma, where's Mr. Yogi?
Under arrest, Your Honor? I saw no room for error in his confession.
Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is
Innocent. In this case, at least.
very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
Not guilty. Ayo! Woohoo, case over. We can all go home now. I don't think so. I think we're about to have to clear Miles now for the killing of his father.
That is all. The court is adjourned.
Dinner on Von Karma!
Did someone just say objection?
It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth! Your Honor, I object to your judgment.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess! He's gonna say he's guilty! When I got to this part, I kept saying, Shut up, ma! Find me guilty, old man. He's gonna tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's gonna tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Lord, Miles, why couldn't you just shut your freaking mouth? Okay, so let me tell you, let me explain my dilemma here. So obviously, you listen to the bopping music, yeah. I want to raise the objection because obviously, as Phoenix Wright, we don't believe that Miles intentionally killed his father, even if there was an accident there, and we don't want to like throw him in jail for the rest of his life to rot. Like that's the whole point that we're even in this court. We worked hard for all of that not to happen. But I also kind of want to give Edgeworth this opportunity to kind of like clear this up off of his chest. I mean, it's a big burden he's been holding on to for 15 years. And like, in a weird way, it's going to be kind of like finally like dredging some of that up so that you can get through it and move on and put it behind you and not have it weigh you down like that. So it's like, I don't even know. Yeah, but it's Edgeworth. Who cares? Okay. Banned. It's funny because, like, at the beginning of the game, I really did not like Miles at all. And now, like, Miles is fine. Like, I'm still not a huge fan of his, but, like, you know, obviously, like, I want to do right by him. But, like, if in a future game, we have to defend Von Karma, we are not doing it. Oh, gosh, I don't even know what to do. I don't know what to do. So we save. Give the boy some closure. Yeah, that's... I don't know. Okay, we're gonna save. And we're gonna try to give him some... We're gonna let him talk. We're gonna let him talk and have his closure. And then if we die, we'll do it... We'll go back. Okay, here we go. No, I'm sure Edgeworth thought about this one long and hard. This isn't my place to interfere. Nick, are you sure? There's nothing we can do about it. This is his problem now. Okay. For 15 years, I have had a reoccurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi was not the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Who are you pointing at?
Order, order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago. Where are you? Oh, sorry, force of habit to point at someone else. It's me. Is there a mirror in here we can't see?
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
Miles, why did you do that? You are stressing everyone in the court out, and we are really frustrated because we wanted to go get some wings and then go home. Okay. Recess! I call swing set. Okay. It's 12:24. We've been in there 6.5 hours. No, 4.5 hours. I can do math. Okay. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. What is math? Brags about math. Hey, Glaceon, how's it going? Why are you hunting?
Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, pal. I mean, you kill your dad.
I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Are you just like some sort of masochist? Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. I'm surprised there's no counter for how much you brag about mathing and, of course, wording. Should I make one? I don't know. This is crazy. Just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth's innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth. Oh, wrong person. I'm sorry, Edgeworth. But I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. $2.30.
Then I would like to resume our trial.
Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book.
I see. Does the defense have any objections?
No, Your Honor. On Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Very well.
He hates injustice. Miles is Batman, pretty sure.
Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Will the witness state his name and profession?
I am Miles Edgeworth, and I am a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
And until now, you thought this memory was a dream?
We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. The same claim Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, so... My grandma is in the bathroom, and I think she's doing something, but the water's running, and it's very loud. Uh-oh, did something happen that I missed? Oh, just a viewer bot? Oh, okay. Okay, let's talk. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case?
It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator? Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed and no one came to help... What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner, but then... Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up. What happened next? Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick I panicked. Yeah, he told us his ATM number is 0001 because he's number 1. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was in a daze. The gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream? It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. But I don't know what it means. I'd better find out and quick. Hey Disney, how's it going? So... Nope. Shoot. A terrible scream. Oh, nope. This says that it was fired twice. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. But that doesn't make sense. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? The victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. How's it going today, Disney, by the way? There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? Hi, Pinaldo, how are you? Je suis? I don't know what that means. Salutations. Blanche usually means white, right? I see, I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? I don't know, and when I don't know, I save. Okay. We're only gonna go for a few more minutes, by the way. Sure! Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident? The bullet. Mr. Wright, please think how we feel having to look at this evidence time and time again. Every time you show us ridiculous evidence, I feel well mocked. Haha, I mean, I really don't mean any harm by it. I am so close to the end? Okay, then I'll stick it out. Oh, that's not right? There it is. There's the second shot. Look at this photograph. If we're close to the end, like within half an hour close. This is the photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it.
So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where?
Your Honor, please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction. It's in the door there. Boink. Definitely. Okay. Phoenix, secretly Nickelback. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here.
I see a bullet hole in the door.
Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot.
Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary. That's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
He does have a point.
That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door.
Order, I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet.
I also don't mind being weird.
So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick? If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No, but you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot, but now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick?
Well, it seems we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any objections?
No. No, I do not.
So you killed your father, though that was not your intention?
Yes, I did. Oh no. He's confessing. Did we mess up somewhere?
Very well.
Or is this supposed to happen?
The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here.
Right now. Okay.
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections?
I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Mr. Wright.
You probably blew it. I mean, you're good. Okay. I had one job, I know. I have an objection. Don't throw him in jails. Your Honor, I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object, Oh, Nick? I don't know. His case is perfect. Oh no. Ah! It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. Oh, it's Mia. I'm an attorney in training. Is that the whole of your objection? Don't throw me in jail. Yes? Good enough for me. Not guilty.
It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright.
Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It exists.
What? But we just had proof that it did not exist.
I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just, someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened.
But who?
The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one.
So the criminal took the second bullet. Why would he?
Huh?
First of all, how would he have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search that bullet?
The murderer had to find it. Of course there was a need. That's why he took it. What possible reason could he have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with him is the bullet would be proof. Maybe he thought that the bullet would be used as proof. Proof? It was a special bullet, so he took it with him. If that was the case, then he would have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would he only take one of the 2 shots fired? Oh, right.
Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through?
What? No! I guess not. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. Bah! The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but that's true. Ugh. Had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet.
Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean?
Well, for instance...
For instance what?
Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer.
The bullet hit the murderer?
Just saying, for instance, I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there, you know? Wait a second. Excuse me, deceased mentor, could you please stop giving me vague hints and just tell me what to do? Exactly. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really happened?
Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer himself was shot, and he left with the second bullet still inside, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime?
Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes.
But there's a problem with that. The other 2 people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean...
The murderer came from outside, yes. The 2 men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Excuse me, deceased mentor. Can you... I said diseased. Deceased mentor. Can you hold my hand through this case one more time? Okay, thanks. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say.
What are you saying? Deny it. Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick? Huh? I just thought of something. Really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to this perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean, it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. What? He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh, man.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
No, Your Honor.
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Say it now. Wait. Shoot. I don't know. Guess Karma got what was coming to him. Ayo. Say it. So what you need to say. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking.
What?
Von Karma. Von Karma?
You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor sitting right there?
Bah.
You don't object?
I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident, yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? You wouldn't have needed surgery necessarily if you got hit somewhere that didn't necessarily need surgery or was life-threatening. You could just get it stitched up. You could still have a bullet inside your body, bro. Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Ugh. Nick, let's find out whose doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Ugh, nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane! No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Inside him! The guys you're up against the court right now? Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove I was shot? Good idea! Good idea, Disney! I don't know if you knew that, or if it was just a very good guess. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Glaceon. And I'm not upset at Disney because I know he does not know this game either. It was just a very good guess and one that I liked, so I was gonna go with it. I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself.
You don't mean...
I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Good job, Disney. I know this is blind and I've never played it before. Okay, cool.
Is that even possible for all these years?
I'll ban Disney for this. Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find. He's sweating. I refuse.
You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order, order, order!
Is it because the detector is not south? That's why Disney knew. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. He don't even got the gamer goo to help with the Schwetz. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now.
Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Please don't throw us no more curveballs. It reacted. Something inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma? You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? Got him. I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. So let him undergo surgery and pull it out, and we'll see if it's the same bullet.
But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that?
Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is you who must prove something here, Mr. Wright.
Not I. Mr. Wright. Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6?
Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close, one day away from freedom. You see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would have dug your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. It's gotta be this.
That's a bullet?
Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate.
This is the bullet I ripped out of your arm while you were asleep. Yeah, Tara, I agree that Summer's reactions are always really great. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets, then if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon, that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet and solve the case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma... Is this guy okay? That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know.
She'll be fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Well, it's fine. She'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
What if he can't imagine life without a bullet in his shoulder? Get away! Oh! Thank you so much for following Actor Pat. I hope you're having a great day today. Okay. It's that scream I heard in the elevator. 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed.
Mr. Von Karma. Edgeworth! Only you would dare defy me.
So it was you. You and your father are my curse! Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you! I'll bury you with my bare hands! Death! Death! I'm really enjoying this one. It's very blind for me, but I'm very much enjoying it. You marathoned the Danganronpa series earlier this year and now love all of these trial/mystery type games. Awesome! I'm a huge fan of the Nancy Drew series, which are more point and clicks than they are visual novels, but also a really big fan of those. 15 years earlier. Mr. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless.
I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time.
Edgeworth! I didn't know who was talking, so I didn't know what voices to do. It was a shock like none I'd never known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out in the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button and nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain. A horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then. It was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge? What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring it into this miserable charade. Now, end it.
Very well. It appears we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor. Yay! It was all a nightmare. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Ayo. Yay, there's confetti. They keep confetti guns in the courtroom. That is all. The court is adjourned. December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed! I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right? Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, right? Okay, you awkward piece of awkward. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Oh, sorry. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. Dear. Whoop! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? You awkward piece of awkward. See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop! Miles. Do you know how to be a human? I feel foolish. The reason of Edgeworth's damp demeanor is because for 15 long years he had thought he'd killed his father since he never really knew the truth. Also, whoop. Adorkable? I don't know. Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all! Lotta! Why is she here? I 100% believe Edgy's on the spectrum. He doesn't know how to human. He's a magnificent Miles of magnificent memoration. Thank you so much for that follow, Peter. Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Keonce. She's gonna live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Larry. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right? Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah. That's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh. What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. His name is Larry Butts. Yes. $38 exactly? Nick? Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38? No. No, Larry, it was you? Hey, Brooke. What are you so surprised about, Wright? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored. He came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there. And the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know, I know. Really, Wright? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this is sure an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth? You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. Sorry that your dog got you in the face. There you have it. Ugh. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, I'd call you a goody two-shoes to the extreme. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if I'd only known, I'd have become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I'd known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth, want to switch, Wright? Hey, y'all! Line up! I'll take a photo! Hey, photo time! Let's go! And after that, dinner on me! Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, although Edgeworth was still in detention. What? Why didn't they let him go? December 29th, 5:02 a.m. That's very early. Wright and Co-Law offices. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5? Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? And before Detective Gumshoe found Von Karma's debit card. What's this, a letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. Man, we missed dinner? That's the only way he could have afforded much of anything, Terror. Socks woke me up at 4 a.m. this morning. No! I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Well, goodbye? What time is it? The first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. I mean, she didn't say she wasn't gonna come back, right? I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick? Maya! So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Oh yeah, the bullet. A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to DL6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. A
I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back.
Okay, I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless.
I don't know about that.
So, bye.
Bye. Have a good trip. Be a good spirit medium.
Thanks, Nick.
And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Huh, don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. We gotta watch the Hey, pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop, Detective Gumshoe! Then he hung his head low and went right back outside. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? I want to take a nap this afternoon, since I can. Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you'd call a cheap date. Huh? Well, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah.
Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell, but I sorta taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful.
I don't even remember who that guy is. I know that sounds terrible, but I don't remember who he is. Cheese shop, Larry Overmiles, exactly. Phoenix Wright? Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes! Oh, you should know I've taken over management of the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. Oh, he was the prosecutor in the first case. Oh, okay. Isn't there an extra case in this version, though?
Ahem. Oh, it's you?
Phoenix Wright? Yeah, yes, me as understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see? But only kind of. Okay, post-credits, yeah. Which I'm not gonna do today, but we will do soon.
Phoenix Wright? He's an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Do you know the DVD things? Now that I know DVD is through everything these days, I'm supposed to be able to... Yes.
I technically count this as the end of Game 1 because credits. I'm pleased to announce The Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I'm keeping my face out of the public eye till the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know.
Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but she didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway?
I kind of like seeing all the characters again, but I have a feeling these are going to be very long credits.
Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. It was kind of a shock for a boy my tender age. remember Wright, that lawyer guy. Huh, me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer. You know, that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real? Now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous.
Is it Mia? Oh, it sure is. Victory! Where did you get that banner? And that bowl of confetti. Rise from the Ashes. A brand new episode has been added. Ooh, look at the artwork. Except you can't really see Lotta. Is that Lotta behind there? Supposed to be? You can't really see her, but... Okay, final case next time, yeah, I stream this game. So, we're not doing it today, but I'm excited. I'm really enjoying this game. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I went a little longer than I wanted to. I'm going to do a few chores and then take a power nap, and then Mia and Tara are streaming tonight, but it'll be kind of late for me at about... We're planning to start about 8:30 Eastern time, so hopefully we'll see you guys then. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'm having a really great time. Yeah, power nap for shores. You're welcome for the stream. Please take care of yourselves. I haven't figured out a stream schedule for next week, but I'll update my Twitch page stream calendar when I figure that out. But until then, take care of yourselves. Much love from me to you. I'll see you soon. Bye, all.